Right, so we started with this shape. Have 5 of these that I've sewn together. As you can see, they're sewn together. I haven't turned them inside out yet. I made sure to leave a gap. So I will turn this the right way around, and then I will stuff it, and then I will show you how I close the gap. Turning things inside out can be a monumental pain, especially when you do things like hands and stuff, and they are little. So a good pokey thing is always very handy. So we have a kind of a sort of a rugby ball, American football shaped thing, maybe a ball, but when I stuff it, you'll see my pokey thing that I use. There it is. It was a metal chopstick. Now I buy my stuffing in bulk. This is a 1 kilogram bag. It's very soft. It's the stuff you get in duvets and in teddy bears and things like that. The larger the quantity you buy in one go, the cheaper it turns out. If you're just starting out and you're making plushies or similar for the very, very first time, and you haven't got to the point where you think it's a hobby you'll actually enjoy because you're just trying it out, you know, you haven't committed to it, don't invest your money in buying all the materials in bulk to start off with, because then you'll be stuck with them. Or actually buy the materials brand new if you're just experimenting to see first, you know, feeling out the hobby to see if you like it first. Get fabric from charity shops. It doesn't have to be like curtain material or anything like that. It just could be an item of clothing that you like the fabric of, and then you're getting a whole garment's worth of material for, like, you know, a couple of quid. If you have an old duvet or an old pillow that you were thinking of throwing out, use the stuffing for that first before you start, you know, investing money in things. Or an old plushie. You know, if you have kids and your kids are anything like mine, they'll have over 200 plushies, and some of them are a bit worse for wear, and they don't mind sacrificing them, or they won't notice their absence. Then use the stuffing from that. Don't invest the money in the hobby immediately, because you won't know if you'll like it or if you'll have a natural aptitude for it, or if you'll be any good. I got lots of stuff for making jewellery. Turns out I'm not that good at making jewellery, so I still have loads of stuff for making jewellery. It's been sat there for a good 5 years. I might try it again, who knows, but it is stuff that I've had in boxes for a long time. So if you want to try making jewellery, get stuff, costumes jewellery from like Claire's really cheap shops, take it apart, try and put it back together to something that's more aesthetically pleasing. One shopping tip I do have from Amazon is when you decide on something to buy for your craft materials and what have you, and you go through the filters, when it gets down to condition, the condition of the item, select used, because used doesn't mean it's been used. What it means is the item's been reduced because it either was sent to somebody if they didn't want it and they sent it back, and therefore it's not used but the box has been opened, or the box has been damaged but the contents inside is fine, but they can't sell it for new because the box is damaged, and you'll get a good percentage of the price off. I get things for half the price as they would be just because the box was opened or the box got dented, but the inside is exactly the same as it would be if you bought it brand new. So always try the used filter as opposed to the it be brand new. I mean, who cares if the box is damaged? I mean, yeah, okay if it's a gift, but if it's just for yourself, who gives a shit, eh? Right. She is stuffed, but she's got a big gaping hole. You get the holes done. First, I make the thread double thickness because I'm going to be pulling on it and it could break while I'm pulling on it. Personally, I will put the needle in just before, a little bit past the beginning, in the wrong direction, and then thread it back a bit to secure the knot, because as I said again, you're going to be pulling and sometimes you'll pull the whole thing through and have to start again. So try and stretch it a little bit, then on the opposite side do a stitch, and then on the opposite to that parallel, yeah, up, and then across again, up, and I keep zigzagging back and forwards like this. Okay, just carry on. I find as long as these are horizontal, when you put it together it's tidier. If you just do zip 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 zip, you'll end up with bumps and things in the join. So I'm going to keep doing this. Okay, I can't remember the name of the stitch. I read about it once, copied it, and then, you know. This though is my favourite bit. It just tickles me. So you see, all across. Now hold on to it tight because you're going to pull slowly, and as it comes together you'll see the stitches tightening slowly. Now you can see why the double thickness makes a difference, because you are putting a lot of tension on. Now normally mine's neater than that, but I'm doing it upside down, but you get the gist. Then what I do, because this is one long stitch, as one long piece of thread that hasn't been knotted or anything, if any of that breaks, the whole thing will come apart. So what I do is I go in with another stitch over the top to secure the whole thing in place, and additionally you can bring the edges together like so. So everything's been brought together. Okay, and this is the basis for the body. Now I'll do the same for the head, stuck to other things. Anyway, the head in exactly the same way, but the head is going to be finished differently, because this, when it's done, is the basis, as I said, for the head, which is going to be felted. And felting you do on something, otherwise you'll be felting forever just to get the initial shape before doing the details. So if you make the shape first using fabric felt filled with plushy stuffing, and then we'll felt over the top. So body, head. I will later show you how I adjust the body to make the various bumpy parts, but so far she's going to be a big girl.